Good morning and happy Halloween! This is my Inktober catch-up marathon video. Now, it doesn't cover every single card from day 8 to day 31, which is today. It's just days 8 through 17. After day 17, I got pretty busy, and the only way that I could finish Inktober images was to do them just whenever I was able to do them, which meant I couldn't set up the camera setup for them. I will be making a video featuring the rest of the cards that I made, but if you want to see them now, you can go to any of my social media channels, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. On all of them, I am Studio Hana ME, like me. And yeah, like me. Go subscribe, go follow. I really appreciate every single person that follows what I do. It's extremely encouraging to have people enjoying what I do. I would do it anyway, honestly. I love drawing, I love creating, I love coming up with stories, but it does make it more fun and more, I don't know, fulfilling to me when I do have at least a little bit of an audience. When I know that what I'm making isn't just stuff that I can enjoy, but stuff that other people can enjoy also. Here I'm drawing day 8. That was Crooked Deep Sea Denizens, and I was inspired by the mermaids that are in the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire movie. The ones that are not so pretty, they're a little bit suspicious. So these mermaids in this image may or may not be friendly. I wasn't particularly happy with this one. It's okay, but I feel that I could have done a little bit more with the underdrawing maybe to, I don't know, fix the composition so it looked better than it did. This particular day I was doing a catch-up marathon, so I had 4 cards in a row that I just did all at once, and each card takes me about 20 or 30 minutes. I do that on purpose because when I do a challenge like Inktober, I know that at some point I'm going to, gotta put that on hold. Look what I got in the mail. I pre-ordered the Book of Mythicality, and because I did that, I got some extra little fun doodads in the mail this day. I love that bacon bookmark. Look at this. That amused me. So this is just me showing off some of the stuff that I got, and back to drawing. What was I saying? I get so distracted so easily. It's really easy to derail me. Okay, I was saying that I purposefully try not to take too much time on each individual piece when I do challenges like this, like when I do a one day of something challenge, because I know that I usually do find myself a little bit behind, and I don't like the idea of doing a catch-up session that would take me 4 hours in one day to catch up with, especially because I have a lot of other things that need to take priority over these kinds of challenges. I love doing creative challenges like this, but I can't be negligent about important things in my life in order to complete these types of challenges. I have freelance projects, I have a family, friends, housemates, and I have just things that are more important than drawing things like this. I think it's good to have some perspective that you should work hard and you should really try to complete challenges, creative challenges that you set out to do, but you shouldn't feel bad if if life gets a little bit in the way. There's sort of a balance that you have to find between dedicating yourself to something and realizing when the dedication becomes unhealthy for you. If I had been, staying up until 2 in the morning every night working on a challenge, then some people can do that, and I don't know how, but that would be unhealthy for me. So there are times when I just say, you know what, I'm either going to. Sometimes I've stopped doing projects when I realize that they are not working for me health-wise, so that I need to, for my own sanity, just not do this particular project, or moderate them the way that I do with Inktober. With Inktober this year, I did all art card sized, so they're all 2.5 by 3.5 inches, and that's the official size for ATCs, or artist trading cards. Technically, there are people who will get mad if you call these ATCs, but they aren't made for trading. If you sell these, rather than trading them between two artists, like I make a piece of art, you make a piece of art, we trade. There are people who, if you do that with if you sell an art card, then they consider that not an ATC. They say that you can't call it that because it's supposed to be a trading card, not a card for sale. So there's another term, which is ACEO, which stands for Art Cards, Editions, and Originals. And if you call it that, then technically those are okay to sell. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I've seen people online complain about the ATCs being called, or being sold rather than traded, which I can understand. Yeah, I tend to just sell these, and I say that with hesitancy because I haven't sold many of these. When I started doing artist trading cards, there was a friend of mine in New Jersey who she made beautiful art cards and a bunch of other things too. She was one of those people that had tons of stamps and papers and inks and things that she would make really nice, just beautiful crafts and things with. And I was hanging out with her one day and she introduced me to these art cards. This is when I was in high school, I think. But she told me that I should make a few of them because you can sell them on eBay and you can maybe make some money off of them. So I did actually sell a few cards on eBay at that point, but I didn't like dealing with the shipping and stuff at the time. I was fairly young and just didn't know what I was doing with sales and things. So I ended up continuing to make them just for fun, doodles, or if I just wanted to do something, a little piece of artwork, I would just make it art card sized. And I have a pretty good sized collection of ones that I've made. I do want to start selling them though at conventions and things. I feel like if somebody wants to buy a piece of original art but they can't afford a larger piece of original art, these would be pretty affordable, and you could still get the actual piece of artwork and not hint. I haven't really traded these, but I think that would be super fun because I love collecting artwork that other people have done. It would just be great to be able to trade art cards with them. So if anybody is an artist and wants to trade art cards, I might consider that. Anyway, here I am, all caught up with days 8 through 11. I was pretty happy with all of these. I think that I rushed through a few of them, like the bats one was SCREECH, FANGED, FIENDS, and yeah, bats, screeching, they're kind of an obvious solution to that. I feel like I could have come up with something a little bit more clever if I had really tried, but ultimately, I do like that card. I think it's neat, and I do like bats. Some of the next ones that I'm going to show you here, I did not have video for it, so I'm just going to have to sort of show you the images. No goods for these. This weekend I was visiting a friend, so I didn't have my recording set up, and I just wanted to spend time with her rather than worrying about doing videos, so I just did these while I was sitting around and talking with her. I think the first one here is... what was that one? Shattered Real Monsters. This one was Teaming Friday the 13th. and this one was Fierce Owl Be Back. I was really happy with the real one specifically. So now we can go on to ones that I do have recordings of. Mysterious Cornfield Capers actually ended up being one of my favorite cards that I made. I love the composition of it, and I don't know, there's something that delights me about it. I'm thinking for my next video, I may do something about the materials that I use and how I ink, sort of my techniques for it. I've had a couple of people comment on my line quality, and a couple of other people say that they're really not used to using brush pens and things, so I think I might do a video about that, just to sort of demystify using brush pens for people who aren't used to them. They definitely intimidated me when I first started using them, because I like having control of my lines. I think I've mentioned this before. I like having complete control over the artwork that I make, and brush pens add an element of surprise into the drawings. You can control them somewhat, but they will also do things that you weren't necessarily expecting, and now that I'm used to it, I love that. I think that it makes my artwork look a lot more alive than it did when I was younger. And hey, here's me showing off my fake nails that I got when I was visiting my friend. She is a photographer, and she does beautiful, beautiful pictures. So we did a witch-themed photo shoot, and I got to wear these black fake nails. I had them on for a few days, and they were pretty fun. I think this was right before they were kind of starting to fall off, and I thought, you know what, I need to get a video done. I need to record these things while I still have them on, because they're so cool. They were pretty comfortable too, but I honestly don't think that I could be one of those people that wear fake nails every day. I don't know. I could feel that they were fake. I could definitely tell when I opened things, when I opened jars, and I was touching them against something. I could tell. The way that the pressure is sort of distributed across the real nail, you can feel that they're fake. Plus, they look kind of gross underneath. I didn't show you that because nobody wants to see that. Now, for Fat Carnival Carnage, I could have made this a lot more gross than it is. Obviously, Halloween is full of some gruesome imagery, but I don't really like gruesome imagery. I like the kind of Halloween where it's more spooky than actually scary. I enjoy certain facets of the horror genre. I like the suspense, I like the mystery, but I don't like the gore. So this just ended up being a kind of fat clown eating way too much food. Now, day 17 is the last one that I'm going to draw directly for this video. It's actually supposed to be Graceful Toads Day, but I misread it in my tiny handwriting in my schedule book, and I thought it was Grateful Toads Day. So I ended up drawing a little grateful toad. I think right off screen I'm looking at images of toads and trying to see how they are structured so I can come up with my little character for it. Even when you do very, very cartoony, distorted characters like this, it's super helpful to look for reference, because there were things about, say, the way that the arms folded and stuff that I needed to see what a real toad looked like in order to make that work. You can see me sort of trying to work out the textures here. The toad and the ground would have blended in too much with each other if I hadn't added more darkness around the bottom where the toad is. And then just composition-wise, making the background black makes the toad and the heart with the fly. It'll pop out a lot better. I guess maybe you could say that the fly is graceful as it flies around in the little heart. I don't know. That's a stretch. So here are the next 6 cards that I worked on. Here you can see all 10 of the cards that I made in this video. I think that my favorite one is probably the Cornfield Capers. I also like the Real Monsters, but there are quite a few in this set that I'm actually pretty fond of. Which one is your favorite? Comment below and let me know. Also, please subscribe and hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button so you can make sure not to miss any of the notifications of new videos that I post. Feel free also to like my social media accounts. My studio pages are called Studio Hana. That is my brand apart from YouTube. And you can see all kinds of artwork and creative projects that I get into on those. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have a happy Halloween!